Sonny, before we left, I think I was asking if you thought Biden could breach the divide if he, in fact, becomes president. And what do you think?
Well, I definitely think that it's looking like he will become president. It looks like if he maintains the leads that he has in Michigan and Wisconsin, he doesn't even need North Carolina or Pennsylvania or Georgia. So I think he will be the next president of the United States. But I will say this, Whoopi, what I've learned is that this country is so very divided, and that's been reaffirmed by the vote. And I've also, I think, learned that there are so many people in this country that are very selfish, and true democracy really is at risk, I think, because this democracy is built on the notion of a social contract, right? Of the people, for the people, we the people, the collective. And what I've seen is that our political system is really at risk of losing its legitimacy, in large part because governing has recently just depended on personal incentive. So it's just the me that I'm seeing in this country. People are looking the other way at white supremacy. People are looking the other way at people dying from the coronavirus if they are personally okay. And that type of selfishness, that type of divide, I am not sure that even a decent man, a uniter like Joe Biden can fix.
Right. What do you think, Anna? Do you think Joe can still pull it out? Do you think he can appeal to people, or is it just too divided and we're in for another 4 years like we've had in the reverse, really, where we have a person who becomes president who everyone says, well, you're not the guy everyone voted for. So now how is Joe going to, if he wins, how is he going to get over that?
Look, we definitely are in a space where Joe Biden can win. In fact, I would tell you Joe Biden's in a better position to win right now than Donald Trump is. So everybody needs to take a chill pill. This is for the next 4 years. We can wait 4 days, okay? And we can to figure out what the election results are and make sure every vote is counted. Yeah. Look, I think Joe Biden kept talking about how this was a battle for the soul of America. And I think part of that battle is Donald Trump governs by governing and being the president of his base. So if he does eke this out, if he does win, I think he will continue being the president of his base. We saw it during COVID. He divides states, and the attention he pays to them or doesn't, depending on whether in his head they are blue or red, whether they supported him or not. Joe Biden has emphasized time and time again building a big tent and being the president for all Americans. But he also walked the walk when he was in the Senate. This is a guy who's worked in a bipartisan fashion before when he was serving to get legislation through. It's why he had the great friendship with John McCain. By the way, on the McCain aspect, this is the first time in 24 years that Arizona votes for a Democrat, if it goes towards Biden, for a Democrat for president. And I'd like to think that's John McCain, through Cindy's help, who you had on this show, getting the last laugh. And something else that I think is important before we go, there were 11 women, Republican women, elected last night, which is a big feat for Republicans. And I hope that women bring the ability to compromise and to be more pragmatic and more level-headed and more practical than men can often get.
Well, apparently Georgia and Tennessee both elected the first known LGBTQ members to their state legislators. Kim Jackson in Georgia, Tori Harris in Tennessee. Mark Kelly beat Martha McSally in Arizona. John Hickenlooper beat Cory Gardner in Colorado. And the votes are still rolling in. So, again, as we said at the beginning, it ain't over till it's over.